So there was a recent news about these terrorists blowing themselves up near the Kabul airport, right? And it's really a sad news, but um, the ISIS or the ISIL has claimed this suicide bombing attack, mostly on U.S. soldiers and the Afghans who were near them were also injured in that process. So this is a very complicated situation because even even Taliban is the uh, terrorist organization, or what should I say? They themselves are terrorists, right? And ISIL is also a terrorist. So because of this unstable situation in Afghanistan, this all these terrorist groups are actually coming into Afghanistan, and causing all kinds of problems uh, in the in the country, right? And so in the next few months, there would be a kind of probably uh, a disadvantageous situation for Taliban, as no foreign nations will support them except probably Pakistan or China, or maybe Turkey also, because Turkey wants to get more sympathy from these aggressors in order to promote, in order to enhance their influence over the Muslim world, right? Uh, so this would be a very complicated situation, and as Taliban will try to consolidate their position in Afghanistan, they will have to win over the people, mostly the Afghans, and they have to gain their trust. And in that process, they will have to uh, be more responsible to the citizens. So now it is a very grave situation for the Afghan civilians in the country, actually, because the ISIS will come. If all these weird terrorist organizations will try to consolidate their own position in Afghanistan, and and they will challenge the the Taliban, right? And the Taliban has to. I mean, Taliban is not really a trained, like their fighters are not like trained army or something. They can only carry out probably some operations, but mostly they don't have enough stomach to absorb all these attacks. And I suppose maybe uh, Taliban has to has to like recruit more soldiers, maybe into their ranks, in order to do anything anything substantial, I guess. So it's a it's a very complicated situation. But as U.S. soldiers has been attacked, I guess the American government must be readying themselves for some kind of resistance against these things, right? So I guess um, for the next few months, uh, the Western-backed uh, Western-backed coalition should be thinking about attacking and probably isolating most of these areas, right? So right now, the CNN has actually released a report on this, where the where the suicide bombing was actually reported, and I guess it's worth reading actually. Pair of bomb attacks. So it said a pair of bomb attacks that caused U.S. and Afghan civilian deaths. Uh, it is reporting that around 13 U.S. service members killed in Kabul airport attack. So that's a tragedy actually. Uh, so Kamala Harris has said that we honor those who gave their lives in the service of their nation. Yeah, it's true. But this problem is like America or the US is being dragged into these problems now. If they try to actually attack maybe these areas, do bombing again on these areas, they will again be involved into a long fight, I guess, against the terrorists. And in that process, they can't actually deny the Taliban government, because even the Taliban don't really want any U.S. influence in Afghanistan. And now the ISIS are attacking the U.S. and trying to dragging U.S. into this situation. Now, the motivation for ISIS was simply to create fear among American soldiers, right? Now, I think it's a very complicated situation when you think about internationally. Right now, uh, I guess Taliban does the Taliban have enough resources to attack these terrorists, and will uh, will fighting among these terrorist organizations destabilize Afghanistan again? I don't know, but we must actually see that we must be aware of these situations within a few months. But the general public must create a resistance against these organizations again. I think Panjashir Valley has a lot of history with these forces, but these Afghan civilians must start a revolution again, right? But I don't think the civilians actually support Taliban or any ISIS also. So whoever comes to the government is actually whoever actually comes into power is actually like not being supported by the civilians. So that will be a big disadvantage, and because none of the Afghans will join their army ranks or give any contribute to any military resources, right? So this was the news that was there, and I think the Australian forces are safe, and the British forces are also safe. Maybe some injuries were there among the British soldiers, but the most affected ones were the U.S. soldiers. So the event event actually was directed, or this attack was directed to the US forces. We don't really know what is the main reason of this attack. Maybe, I don't know. There could be a lot of problems. As per report, recently I actually read about a report where they said that there were about 100 ISIS fighters in near the Kabul airport, right? So any US soldiers who or any interpreters, Afghan interpreters for US Army who are working with the US Army uh, can be targeted by these ISIS fighters, right? And they might be in some grave trouble. I don't know about the other countries. I guess German government has evacuated most of their personnels from Afghanistan. So I don't think there is so much trouble to other countries. I guess India has mostly evacuated many of their personnels, but. But now these terrorist activity in Afghanistan will complicate the situation with China also, because Chinese government doesn't like the terrorists, right? So there have been actually attacks in Pakistan also, right, on Chinese nationals. So China and Pakistan are having this agreement over the CPEC projects, uh, which were not being supported by uh, many people. Many people belonging to both Islamists or I guess Baloch people, and there was so much. I think there were a couple of cases where actually a bus in one of them a bus was attacked where Chinese nationals died, and there was another attack in the bridge, I guess, probably in a bridge. So these projects are being uh, attacked, right? So the Chinese will be in a fix, I guess, and the Chinese government might interfere in Afghanistan uh, by actually supporting the Taliban, right? So, mm, so America will be in a fix whether to support Taliban or not. But if it actually supports Taliban, its image will be tarnished, I guess. So America will try to use all of its channels, non-official channels, to influence the government there, whoever comes into this political government. But the Chinese government will actually help the Taliban quite openly, I guess, officially. So because they actually can relate to this situation, because even even the Chinese Communist Party actually claimed their power by killing people also. So it is actually a kind of a related situation between them. So they have maybe some ideological relations. I don't know, but I guess the communist government in China will help Taliban. But now Russia has not yet responded anything to these attacks yet, because it doesn't want to get dragged into this problem because of financial issues, and also to protect Russia's image in the world, right? And it will probably do some operations against terrorists like what they did against the ISIS, right? A lot of Russian bombings and Russian planes were employed to attack, uh, employed, or maybe we can say, I don't know. So they actually used a lot of armor, like these bombings in all over, probably in Syria, to actually protect the uh, Assad regime, right? So I don't think Russians are so much interested in Taliban, because if Russia tries to actually get, tries to get involved in Taliban issue, then it will also automatically drag US into it, right? So I don't really think Russia will actually get involved in this situation directly, but for sure China will get involved. I guess China will interfere in the Afghanistan politics. Probably they will try to, like uh, like whatever they were doing, like they were actually I guess exploiting the Pakistani resources for their financial benefit. And Afghanistan has also a lot of natural resources, right? So the Chinese government actually doesn't like the terrorists in general, the Muslims in general, because they actually hold that the Muslims are Muslim terrorists that will try to challenge the government in China. So that is why they were so much, I guess, they were so tyrannical against these Muslims in that province, in those, I guess, what was it, Hunan province where Uyghur Muslims used to live. Right? So they're so much concerned about their national status. So that is the position that they take. So this is what is happening right now in Afghanistan. So India is kind of neutral, and Pakistan is actually in a lot of trouble right now, because they are already in the Financial Action Task Force grey list right? So now, if it is proved by all the Western nations that Pakistani Taliban is actually attacking, is involved in Afghanistan, then they are in a lot of trouble, right? So they might be in they might get into blacklist also, just like Iran. Uh, but they they are not gonna be out of the grey list near future. That's for sure. I mean, I mean, in the last meeting, they actually were very close to getting off from the grey list, but right now, I don't think so. Uh, I mean, even the other countries will push Pakistan into blacklist also. Could be possible, but even the Chinese government is also frustrated over Pakistani handling of the terrorists, right? and they might be wary about of the situation that is currently going on. Uh, yeah, so that is what is happening, and India is quite neutral to this position because it is India is continuously like I don't know, assessing the situation, uh, and most I guess India is trying to balance out the situation right now. India considers Russia as a leader of Asia, right? Leader of Asia. Now China wants to become the leader of Asia, but India doesn't recognize it, right? India has relations with USA and Russia. I mean, good relations, but I don't really think they actually recognize any Chinese power. But in this situation, I guess India's step was diplomatically, at least, was quite nice. They engaged with the Afghan peace process quite subtly, and they also engaged Russia and America or the US into this situation because because if India actually recognizes USA as the power of Asia, it will go to Russia and say that see, these things are happening in Asia, and you are the leader, right? So, in order to assess your superiority, you have to do something. You have to do something according to the situations, and we are with you, right? So that should be the message of uh, of India to Russia actually, and I guess Russia is a big problem financially because it has been in, I guess, under sanctions from United Nations because of attacking small countries. So I guess they have to do something there. So this was the this was the live story till now. So we will return later, I guess, with some more things. So thank you.